Welcome to September and welcome to Tantrum House.
As we start off season 3 of our show, we've got a bunch of awesome plans for great games that we're going to review, and we'd like to start off our first review with a game that has a super awesome and unique setup.
This game has been the thrill of our table for the last couple of weeks. Super excellent to play. So let's go ahead and dive into our Captain Sonar Terrible 2 Minute Review. Captain Sonar is a game for 2 teams of up to 4 players each from Madagot and Asmodee.
In Captain Sonar, players take on the roles of naval officers engaged in a deadly duel in the depths of the sea with another enemy submarine.
There are 4 officers on each side, and each have their own unique set of responsibilities. At the beginning of the game, players decide which map they're going to use so that they both match, and then they determine are they going to play turn by turn or real time.
The captain of each ship is in charge of plotting the course and activating the sub's abilities.
The radio operator is in charge of tracking the enemy's sublocation.
The first mate is in charge of bringing the sub's systems online, as well as tracking his sub's damage.
And the engineer is in charge of tracking the breakdowns that occur as the sub maneuvers, as well as tracking self-repairs.
So each turn, the captain announces a direction that their sub's going to move in. The radio operator listens to the enemy captain and marks that direction down on his sheet. The first mate advances a gauge for one of the subsystems to try to bring it online, and the engineer marks down a breakdown that corresponds to the direction that the captain announced.
And then in true battleship-like form, the goal is to launch those mines, fire those torpedoes, and sink that other player's battleship.
Submarine.
Vessel thing. All right, so tell us what you think about the mechanic.
Yeah, I love how much depth this game has, and all you're doing is just talking and marking things down on a piece of paper. I like how the radio operator has to use a whole bunch of deduction to try to figure out exactly where the enemy sub is, and the captain has to judge, when do I try to fire certain things? Am I going to try to go east or west? There's an island in the way, and I can't go back over my previous course, so how do I move around and still get close to the enemy sub? And then the engineer and the first mate are trying to make sure that the systems are online at the right time so that the captain can use whatever tactics he wants while still keeping him informed about what directions they can still move without taking damage. And it's just really complex while all it's doing is just marking things down on paper. This is really great. One of the more exciting mechanics of this is that you can do it in real time, and it just adds a new level of adrenaline to it. It is important, though, if you do play it in real time, that everybody understands their rules well and the rules of the game. So roles and rules, otherwise it'll
sheer chaos.
Devolve into panic.
Yeah, so we did a 360 video of this, which you guys will have to check out, where we play through it, and you'll see that happen because we were learning the game. Talking about theme, I jumped in on that. It's fantastic. I really, really love this game. I feel like there are a lot of other games out there that have done the asynchronous player power thing, and a lot of times in those games, the stuff that you're doing doesn't feel related to the game at all. Like, I'm building a set of blocks so my spaceship will fly. I don't get that. In this game, the theme and the mechanic line up really well. The components, to talk about those for a second, are really nice. Everything is dry erase, so it's reusable over and over and over again. You've got the divider board, which is just really cool and adds a lot of flavor to the theme. And I think they just really nailed it on what you're doing in the game, why you're doing it, and how you're doing it. Very cool. Replayability.
Yeah, the asymmetrical player powers that you were talking about, the different maps you play with, and just being able to take the different role. Maybe you were the captain of one time, now you're the first mate, and just understanding everything going on and being able to apply it to different maps and having different strategies each time. This game is very well done for replayability, and it's just a riot to play. So we enjoy playing it, and we'll definitely play it more.
The enjoyability is the key to this one. I have had more fun playing this game the couple of times that we have than a lot of other games recently. The real-time aspect where you and your team are just racing against yourself, trying to keep everything in line and tracking them down is a blast. Everybody's talking back and forth. You're consolidating with your team and pulling stuff together, and you're saying, hey, is this system online? I need the torpedoes. I need it. Everybody's using the right terminology. Captain, we got whatever. Super fun. Super, super fun. Go buy this game. Come play it at our game night. Do whatever. Get your hands on this game. You will absolutely love it. Tantrum House gives Captain Sonar 2 big thumbs up. As well as tracking self-repairs.
Yes.
as well as tracking self-repairs.
Sorry, let me not look at that as you said. Go ahead.
As well as tracking self-repairs.
So each turn, the
Captain Sonar is a game for Captain Sonar is a game for 2 teams of up to 4 players each from Madagascar.
I was reacting still to your last thing. So like
Captain Sonar is a game for 2 teams of up to Captain Sonar is a game for up to I got this. This is it. This is the one. Ready? Here we go. Captain Sonar